Hi everybody. On the 13th or 14th of December, depending where in the world you live, we've got a full moon at 22 degrees of Gemini. Now this full moon, as always at the time of full moon, the sun is opposite. So the sun is conjunct to Saturn in Sagittarius, opposite to this very playful full moon in Gemini. So here we've got what I would call Sun and Saturn together, the rules, the regulations, versus freedom. Now, astrology plays out globally, on a macro level, and also on the micro level, inside of you. So I think what we're seeing is more of this issue of let's put up some more boundaries, some more walls, and this polarization of people who want regulation, immigration, controls, clarity, as opposed to the people who want freedom, flexibility, the ability to adapt, to change, to whatever the circumstances need. And the same inside of you. Which parts of you, because it always reflects, the outside is always reflecting the inside. Are you living a life of duty, of responsibility, of following through with things, even if maybe you are feeling as though your heart is totally not into it anymore? Or are you allowing yourself to be free, to be flexible? Are you being too flexible and have no structure and just floating around? So there has to be some kind of a balance here. But I think what we're looking at here in this full moon is, where are you very rigid? And this Gemini energy pulling you out to do something new, to do something different, to be flexible. Gemini rules communication and how you speak and language. Where do you need to speak out? Ruler of Gemini, which is Mercury, during this full moon, is in Capricorn. Mercury is in Capricorn conjunct to Pluto. So time to really think deeply about, where are you holding yourself back? For example, now, if I see like an old lady get on the tram or the bus, and it's full everywhere, and there are young people sitting down, I just move the young people. I say, excuse me, would you mind, let this person sit down? And of course I'm saying it in English most of the time, they're all Greek, but nonetheless there's a language here. And I just speak out now without having to think about it. Is it all right? Where could you speak out now? Who can you connect with that you wouldn't normally connect with? Very often people are like, quite serious, looking down, or don't attract your attention. And the other night, again, working in my little outdoor gym in the park there was a lovely guy, but he was serious, and I felt, well, can I say something to him? And I thought, no, there's a full moon in Gemini coming up, I've got to start walking my talk here, so I just talked to him anyway. And turned out he was the sweetest little chap, and we got a conversation going. But it's about breaking that barrier, breaking the barrier sometimes that people have around them. What are the barriers that you have around you that maybe seem impenetrable to others? How can you release that? Gemini is very inventive. Come up with some new creative things. Gemini is childlike. When I think of something Geminian, I think of like the little song that children sing, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Yes, that kind of a thing. It's got this uplifting energy. So this is uplifting, this is the polarization of that. So you may find yourself noticing and feeling your energy being pulled down, try to become aware of it. Try to notice how you might change that. I love recently that the Medal of Freedom went to Ellen DeGeneres, and when she was being presented with the medal, I thought this was beautiful, because I think this very much epitomizes this full moon energy in Gemini, that a single individual can make the world more fun, more open, and more loving. Let's keep that in mind as we go into this full moon. There's the serious side. I think a lot of us have practiced the serious side, so we're very good at it. Now, why don't we practice the joyful side? To me, it's like building a muscle. You can look around you, there's a myriad of things that you can be looking at. Are you focusing on the one thing that's upset you? Or are you allowing yourself to widen your perspective so that you can begin, like the butterfly that Gemini is, to focus on some other things? Here are your paintings. Of course, it's Gemini, so there had to be 2 paintings for this full moon in Gemini. And in the spirit of being creatively expressive, I have also done a musical interpretation, which will follow this video, about these energies and how I hear them musically, which I hope you will enjoy. It feels like a big stretch for me, but the way I see it is that music is a universal language. We all resonate to sound. And I hope that you will enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. Hi everybody, and here is your musical portrait of this full moon in Gemini. So let's start with the Gemini theme, which is fun, which is playful, and often a little bit naughty. That's the Gemini theme. And then we've got opposite. We've got the Sun and Saturn together, which is serious. It's the parents saying, now come on, your dinner's ready and it's time to come in. Better come in, and Gemini is saying, well, maybe. And Saturn says, come on. I'm waiting for you. Gemini says, oh, all right then. So I just want to show you musically how the astrological aspects can be understood and how interesting it is to see the different vibrations and energies. So I'm showing you through painting, through music, and eventually when my body gets nimble enough, shall we say, I'll even attempt to dance some of these astrological aspects for you. I'd love to hear your feedback, and in the meantime, Gemini is off to play.